Hi, welcome back to the Pajama Travel Club. How's everyone holding up? You doing okay? Or are you going a bit loopy, a bit cocoa nuts? I know I am. Look, I've read those mental health professionals who claim it's important to have a routine, to get up and get dressed and shower. I'm not buying it. There's a lot that you can do in your pajamas. You can read in your pajamas, you can write in your pajamas, and you can travel in your pajamas, which is what we're going to do again today on the Pajama Travel Club. I'm going to take you to one of my favorite cities in the world, Athens. And what I love about Athens, besides the food, of course, is the history, and in particular, the way it wears its history. Lightly, fashionably, without pretense. And I'm not just talking about the Acropolis or the Agora or any of those other Instagram landmarks that you're familiar with. I'm talking about in everyday life. Take the Athens subway. When they were constructing it, digging several decades ago, they stumbled across ancient artifacts. This happens all the time in Athens. They stumble across ancient artifacts the way we stumble across an old can of Miller Lite. And so what they decided to do was to incorporate the artifacts into the subway. And to this day, you can see these artifacts on display at several subway stations. As Athenians like to say, we don't have a subway, we have a museum with a train going through it. And when I arrived in Athens for the first time a few years ago, researching my book, The Geography of Genius, Lessons from the World's Most Creative Places, I arrived with an open mind and really not knowing what to expect and a little bit disoriented. You know, that feeling when you arrive at a place jet lagged and you don't know which end is up and which end is down, kind of like what we're living through today. And I check into my hotel called Tony's Hotel, which was exactly what you'd expect a place called Tony's Hotel to be like. Rough around the edges, but charming and big-hearted on the inside. And I plopped down on my bed and thumbed through the small library of books I'd packed, a whimsical collection curated from the vast ocean of ink that ancient Greece has spawned. My eyes are drawn to a quirky little volume called Daily Life in Athens at the Time of Pericles. It's a pleasing antidote to the usual history, which is written from a mountaintop and is as dry as a desert. Historians typically track wars and upheavals and sweeping ideological movements the way, like so many weather systems. Most of us, though, don't experience weather that way. We experience it down here, not as a massive low-pressure system, but as sheets of rain that slicken our hair, a crack of thunder that rattles our insides, a Mediterranean sun that warms our face. And so it is with history. The story of the world is not the story of coups and revolutions. It is the story of lost keys and burnt coffee and a sleeping child in your arms. History is the untallied sum of a million everyday moments. And so as we endure this time, which must seem like a billion everyday moments, let's keep history in mind. These are unprecedented times for us, but not for human beings. We humans have been through much worse than this, in fact, and we have endured, and we will endure this too. And so I want you to join me next time, please, on the Pajama Travel Club. You can like my YouTube channel to see further episodes, and if there's a place you'd like to journey to in your pajamas, let me know, and chances are I've been there, or I know a good writer who has. See you next time. Until then, stay home, stay curious, and please, please, stay in your pajamas.